It's the most depressing time of the year. Ding dong. Welcome to Martin's Graveyard Hour number 6. It's the sixth episode of my struggles live before the camera in my lair. And today's gonna be a good one, I hope. So, welcome everyone. Your evening is good already, Hugo, because Max won the F1 race. I gather that you mean Max Verstappen. Hello, my Incal. It's 1 p.m. Central Time in the US. Greetings, Becky. Hello from New Zealand. Oh, it's tomorrow in there already. What time is there in New Zealand now? Good evening, Linz. Oh, good evening, Jakub. Witam. I was meant to live in 8 a.m. Okay. I was meant to Hokiko Freak. Goede avond. That's this is our Dutch train driver who wrote me some gruesome rail stories. Good day from Buffalo, New York. Good day to you too, Ellen. Thanks for joining me. I'm just gonna tape off the number of people viewing me because this is really distracting to me. Distracting and destructive. I need to Flocina quinification. Okay. I will get that right sometime in the future. Extraction flight. Welcome. Hello from the Scottish Highlands. Sorry for butchering your accent. I love the Scottish accent. I would love to visit someday. Such a beautiful country. Scotland. So yeah, as I said before, we have the last day of November, and this is the most depressing time. Are just absolutely terrible. Good evening, Sean. Yeah, let me just flip the hourglass. Today I will really watch this out, and yeah, I'm doing 1 hour and I'm going back home. So let's get started. So yeah, I've been depressed for many years. I don't know how for the whole of my life, I think, most of my life, severely depressed. This is how a depressed person looks like, by the way. I'm not telling you this to get any pity from you, or I don't want a pity party. Pity party. I'm just telling you that things are not always as they what they seem to be. So when you see last pictures of Robin Williams or this or Chester Bennington, I think, from the Linkin Park, yeah, they look all smiles and happy, and the reality is often different. Yeah, so no one is telling this, but yeah, I would like to say a few words about depression. It's each time when the day goes when the when the day gets shorter, I feel really depressed, and it's not only because of that. It plays a huge factor. I'm supplementing myself with vitamin D as well, but yeah, it's a time for conclusions in the year. The year is coming to an end, and I always have this feeling that I've wasted yet another year of my life. So yeah, but this year is slightly different, especially when it comes to this channel, to my YouTube channel, which was a huge mess from the beginning, because I wanted to show every aspect of my personality and my skills on this channel. So it wasn't about graveyards at all. It was more about me being a creative person, and look at me, I can do all this various things from various departments. No, you know what I mean. That, oh, look how versatile I am and love me. And yeah, it's been quite a ride to arrive at this point and to focus more on this graveyard stuff and death. As older I am, the older I am, the more I think about death, and I'm half life through, and yeah, I have this second midlife crisis right now, but it's getting better. I'm not in any way suicidal or anything like that. So yeah, but I get really depressed, and it's because I haven't succeeded yet in life, and I'm terrified of going back to a nine to five job. And the worst thing about this whole situation is that I fuel my depression. I drag myself down all the time, and I fill myself with nonsense or with so much random content by others that I feel very insignificant, and that everything that I did in my life so far amounts to nothing, which is not true, obviously, but sometimes it is just stronger than my belief in myself, which is an amplitude. But yeah, comparing this year to the last year, this year is much better. I got a grip a little bit, and yeah, last year was 11 movies were posted on this channel, eight of which were funerals and death related. So this year, 43 so far. So that's a huge difference. And but it's still not enough. It's still not enough, and I can do so much better and so much more. And I need to shed all the things that are stopping me, and the one thing that is stopping me the most, paradoxically, is this very phone that I'm looking at right now. So yeah, yeah, I have absolutely ridiculous goals in life, and when I do anything at all, I need to be the best at once, immediately. When I do a sculpture, I need to be as good as someone who's making sculptures for a whole all his of his life, and that's my huge problem. Anyway, I got to work a little bit, but oh yeah, I finished reading the. I was wondering, why am I so depressed? It's the time of the year, that's obvious, but why am I more depressed than usual? And it was because I was reading and saturating myself with depressing stuff. And two things that were a huge mistake with that was reading those two Stephen King's novels, the Needful Things and The Shining. The Shining was the worst for me, and I really regret that I read it. And well, I think that the movie was better, maybe because I watched the movie so many times before, and it wasn't a good book for me. I have a wife and a son, and it's so depressing, and I felt it so much what the main character was thinking. And I mean, not like identifying myself with him, but it was very unpleasant, and it got me into a really dark place. So I'm finished with Stephen King, and I'm rereading the Team Powers novel, one of the best books that I've ever read in my life, On Stranger Tides. It's a book about pirates, and you just can't get enough of it. Every page is filled with such mastery of language that you cannot go to bed. You need to one more page. You know how it is, and I really recommend it. The Monkey Island games, which are my favorite games of all time, thanks to which I can speak to you right now because I learned my English from these games. yeah, we're very heavily based on that book, on Stranger Tides by Tim Powers. This is a man who combines magic with history in such a masterful way that yeah, my vocabulary is way below the level to describe this with respect and sufficiently. So you need to believe me, but I really recommend this book on Stranger Tides. This is the best one I've read so far. The Last Call is the other one of the same author, and well, it's not depressing. It's really, I really regret. It's not up to me, obviously, but I really regret that they didn't make a pirate movie based completely on this book. This would be really something. So yeah, I'm back to that. No depressing stuff, no Stephen King, and that's it. I'm really when I was working at the, just let me take a sip. I have a story for you from the time that I was working at the anatomy department at this university. This was a funny story. Hello there, Joe. So I was a technician at the university. I was cutting people into various size pieces, preparing them for the anatomy students to learn from their bodies. And one of my duties was talking to the people who want to donate their bodies to science, which is our department as well. This is a very thoughtful gesture, and instead of letting your body rot in the ground, you give it to the new generations of doctors to learn from, which no money can buy. You can say that, oh, we have 3D printing now, and I've seen really sophisticated 3D printed models, and they are nothing compared to the real body. Yeah, and the feeling of the real body, the tissues. I know various tissues, how they are in touch, and this lets me understand my own body much better. So yeah, there were some people coming from time to time directly to us, and they needed to sign the papers to donate their body after death. They got a plaque afterwards that you carry on with your wallet when you die somewhere. It says that when I die, call this number, and the company will transfer my body directly to the university. So one lady came, and she was working at the amateur theater. So they were amateur actors, and we had a nice conversation. I was, you don't say, I'm too open. That's one of my flaws. And when it comes to contact with other people, because yeah, they would hate me in Japan because of that, because I'm way too open and direct. So she was asking, what do you do with the bodies exactly? And I was telling her, like, well, we start by making a perfusion. We add formalin to your circulatory system. I prepare your femoral artery first by making a cut. Then we cut you down the sternum to separate your pectoral muscles. And my friend was like, shut up, in the background. And I was like, well, yeah, we do stuff, and students learn. And she invited me. No, she was very open, and she was like a little bit, okay, yeah, because you don't say all the details. You never say all the details. So that's why they shouldn't put me out to talk with these people, because I'm just telling how it is, and yeah, without beating around the bush. So so she invited me for a spectacle. at this theater, and this was his for to a play, and this was a play about a very tough relationship with in between the father and son. It was absolutely depressing. The actors were so great, whether they were amateurs or not. They were amateurs, but they were spectacular to the point that I was so angry and depressed while watching them playing that, yeah, I got really bummed out of there. And she called me later. Well, how was the play? And I was like, well, it was, yeah, it was very good. It was very strong, very tense, and yeah, tough, but yeah, very good. And she called me up later and told me that I would like you to invite you to another play. This is about someone murdering someone, and because you like these things, she assumed that just because I worked with dead bodies means that I like dark stuff and murders and horrible things. And it's quite the opposite. I don't like them at all. I'm not dark in any way. Well, look how dark I am. I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to surround myself with such things, and especially stories about murders or tough relationships. Yeah, I witnessed an organ harvester once at work. It's being. Oh yeah, is being an organ donor in Poland optional? Yes, it is. It's not mandatory. If it is absolutely optional, and I will get back to that. You said a very interesting thing, Sean. There's a great quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, and he said something along the line. He ended up in the asylum, by the way, but he said something along the lines that if you peer into the void for long enough, the void starts peering back at you. And I've witnessed that myself many times, especially when I was really into conspiracy theories. Well, conspiracies to be exact, because difference between a conspiracy theory and truth is just time, as it showed many times. But yeah, I felt like the doom is inevitable and that the world will end any time now. So there is no point in doing anything. And they don't even know that they shouldn't be happy because the world is ending soon. And it was absolutely terrible. I ended in the really dark place. I've never been institutionalized or something, and never took any medication. I just, yeah, I just dealt with it by myself somehow. And here I am, in front of the camera with the skulls and rat in formalin behind me. So yeah, this is how it went. Anyway, the organ donation isn't mandatory in Poland at all. You need to sign the papers as well. This is interesting because I would like to say something that's a huge myth as for the organ donation goes. The when someone dies and they donate their organs, the time starts ticking, the clock's time starts ticking as soon as the person dies. It's not like they can be stored for a few days and then the team comes. Yeah, I like exploring the death because it's such a taboo and it's such a relatable subject to everyone has experienced death in some way, whether it is a death of a loved one or yeah, or some acquaintance. and everyone is curious about death, but everyone is afraid. Most of the people are afraid even to ask anything about it, because they don't want to be judged or seen as a crazy person or as a psycho. But I went too far. I went so far down this road that there's no turning back now, and I don't really care. I'm embracing it, as you can see with my stuff and with how I present myself, and with what I surround myself with. So anyway, when you die and you have donated your organs, first of all, the heart transplantation team comes as first, because the heart is the most valuable, and it needs to be oxygenated. So time is of the essence. It's there's then lungs, kidneys, also spleen is transplanted, I think. And yeah, the eyes are taken out as well. I dressed a lady once who was a nurse, and she donated her organs as well. And she had this plastic eye cups, because her plastic eyeballs, I think. That's interesting that it is automatic in Netherlands. So yeah, she had her eyelids glued, and you could tap and feel that it was hard in touch. So yeah, that's how it is with organ donation in Poland. Oh yeah, so I was shopping list. Yeah. But anyway, this is complete nonsense that someone thinks that you can steal a body from a morgue and for the organs or something. It's too late by then. It's way too late by then. It's like the organs need to be transplanted, need to be taken out hours after death at most, with the heart in the first hour or 2 hours. I don't know exactly, but it needs to be done really quickly, or the organ dies, and it's unrevivable because of the lack of oxygen. You cannot harvest the brain, that's for sure. So yeah, I was depressed because I was reading those depressing books by Stephen King, which won't happen again. First of all, they are way too long for me. Yeah, but the death of the brain is also a very muddy and misty subject, because yeah, no one knows, no one is 100% sure if the brain is really dead or not, and the criteria is changing all the time. So yeah, so I was reading these books, which made me depressed, and then I was watching stuff on my phone. Mainly, it's called doom scrolling. So I'm watching Instagram, for example. This is the trap of these social media, because to be seen on Instagram, you need to engage with Instagram. So you need to comment, like, and yeah, comment, like, and watch others' stuff. When you see my Instagram profile, you'll notice that I don't follow anyone, because that would be way too much. Oh, I've seen so many brains and held so many brains and cut them on a like bread cutting machine in a little slices, so you could see the cross section of the brain. The brains were preserved in formalin, and they become stiff. And the fresh brain is like Jello. Yeah, you can compare it to Jello, very cold Jello. I removed one fresh brain once at the morgue. Yeah, I was afraid that I'm going to screw something up. You need to pry it when the skull is open. You need to pry it with your hand like this from here, and then pull it up, and you have this cross section of the visual nerves. So you need to cut them when they are crossing each other, and then reach deeper to cut the brain stem, and then you take the whole thing out. Then the doctor comes after all of the organs are removed, and he cuts them into slices and looks at them. It's very interesting. I haven't seen many autopsies in my life, just a few. It was very interesting. Yeah. But the preparation of the dissecting layer by layer, everything, this is the most amazing stuff for me. If Gunther von Hagens would be having his laboratory a little bit closer to me than 250 kilometers in one way, I would be definitely working for him for some time. You have a lot of time to prepare one body there. You have 2 years for one body and your own box. So you can put the headphones on and just go with the scalpel with your own pace, and that would be something. They would hire me on the spot, I think. Oh yeah, of course I did. I've been to body worlds, or Körperwelten, as they are called in German, twice, in Germany and in Poland as well. His facility was meant to be built in Poland, but yeah, we have this history with Germany and experiments on bodies, so nobody agreed to that. So he went just at the same spot on almost, but on the other side of the river, on German land. It's in Guben, and the Polish town that he wanted to build this facility is called Gubin. So it's almost the same. It's like the German equivalent of Guben. So yeah, I was watching other people's stuff, and in such quantity that it got me into a conclusion that what I'm even trying, this is such amazing stuff, and there's so many talented people with such amazing stuff, that who am I to even try doing anything, which is obviously false and wrong thing, like Orwellian, like newspeak, wrong thing. And yeah, but so I got to a point that I decided to not engage at all. Just as Joe Rogan says, he knows what he's saying. He says, post and drop. So don't look at it. Do everything that you can with the stuff that you're posting, and just get out of here. Don't read the comments. But I like reading the comments because you are commenting, and I like engaging in a conversation with you. So it's a very tough spot to be in, but yeah, I'm trying to find a balance, and it's tough. But yeah, books and doing stuff. I haven't even started my gravestone yet. I put a lamp up here. I've made workspace. Everything is prepared. Even my GoPro camera is lying right here. And yeah, I will make this work in progress videos with having my GoPro camera on my head, because there's too much work in putting a tripod each time, and it takes twice as much work to film you doing stuff. So, and I want to show some things. I said to myself that this is the end with this phone, and I don't want to watch anything. I don't even know how many views my newest video has, and this is a video that I'm really proud of. Can you joke about death? This is a material that I was sitting on for a long time now. All of these outtakes from many videos, from a few videos that I've made, It was such fun joking with my wife while in such situations, while putting her into the body bag. And I hope that I got my point across. I wanted to show with this video that there's nothing to be scared of, and that the fact that you are talking about death, or even making fun of it, won't summon it, and you won't die because of that. Especially older people are saying like, "Oh, don't say that because this and that." I'm glad. Yeah, I'm really happy with this one, and yeah, I did everything that I could with the thumbnail, and the baby is funny. It's from the Quarantines sitcom pilot that I've made. This was my life's record. It was 6 days from idea through prop making, scenario, acting, and editing to the finished product. And it was, yeah, it has this Mr. Bean aesthetic a little bit, combined with Big Bang Theory as for the transitions, with this biohazard sign. And yeah, I loved that video. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, this is the first video since the Funeral Expo 2025 video that I'm really happy about and proud of. And this is an important video for me because this signifies the direction in which I want to go with my channel. So as I told you before, getting down to the bottom of things, to the core of things, to see why do we fear death, why corpses make us disgusted. And yeah, I want to pull the veil off completely. So we'll see about that. I have one more important video in store for this year. I really want to finish it by the end of this year. And as for the others, we'll see. But that doesn't mean that there's going to be only one video in December. I will definitely make a summary of this year somehow, but I think I'll move it to the beginning of January, as all of the year's summaries are coming out at this time of the year, and I focus on making the physical stuff other than this one video I was telling you about earlier. But I realized that I'm talking too much about my plans without just actually materializing them, so I won't tell you about what kind of a video will that be. So you'll see, hopefully. I rhymed. What else? Oh yeah, so watching this stuff prevents me from from realizing my projects, to the point that I feel like a physical pull, like someone is holding me and preventing me from starting stuff. Last time I was here in this very place, I was preparing everything to start this chicken leg gravestone, and I'm ready to start. And I was like, I'm just going to drink coffee and watch something on YouTube. And I went to watch a RuneScape blue crown video about a crown item that was worth $42,000 in a game that I won't, I would never, I will, I won't, I didn't ever play, and I'm not intending to. So it's like, I feel like sometimes I will do everything to prevent myself from actually doing stuff. And I think that it's a psychological thing with me. It's the way that I'm constructed, but I really need to work on that. So it's hard to prevent myself from watching my phone all the time. It's like like some kind of a tick almost. But yeah, What else? Oh yeah, today I've posted another story on Patreon. I've changed those ridiculously high, outrageous prices on Patreon, so you can join my Patreon for €1 a month now, and to see all the stuff that there's there, and the most important stuff that I'm going to post there, it's my diary of the young undertaker. So my adventures in the funeral trade, day by day from day one. Today I've posted. What's a bad idea? Okay. Yeah. The older I get and the more I know, the less I know. The more I realize that I know nothing. I will see. That won't prevent me from trying. So today I've posted a story about my first body dressing. I'm really happy about this one. It's how it was. I was I was coming back from work each day and writing all of my experiences immediately, and it was lying in my notebooks for years. I wanted to make a book out of it, and and it was too overwhelming for me. So I started putting out little chapters, like two of them, then left it all together. And it's such a valuable material that I will put out once a week a new story from my book, and then we'll see with illustration, of course. That's a fun thing to do, to illustrate those stories. Yeah, and there will be dozens of them because I have two full notebooks of my notes. So yeah, Ghost fan of the channel is saying hi. Hi, Ghost fan of the channel. Do you think if people knew the day that they were going to die, that they will live more happily, that they would strive to achieve more? I think that I think that they. Oh yeah, thanks for your comment, Sean, and for your support on Patreon. I think that the first thing that people would try to do is to prevent their death in any way possible. And we have this Final Destination movie series about this very thing. So I wouldn't like to know when I will die. Hopefully, I will die of old age in my home, surrounded by my family, and because, yeah, there's nothing worse than the death of a child or a lone death in a hospital bed. I mean, I don't know if it. I didn't die, so I don't know how it is to die. I think I died one time, but it was a very heavy mushroom trip. So yeah, but I was almost sure and almost am sure today that this is how death looks like, and there's nothing to be scared about. But yeah, may we all live as long as it's possible, in good health, mind you, because yeah, I wouldn't like to live 100 years by laying in bed and pissing into a bag. Yeah, this is one of the things that I would like to achieve with my channel by making a fool of myself and fooling around. For the people that fear death and talking about death because they will summon it, I would like to say, hey, look at me. I did a lot regarding that and I'm still here. So, yeah. Uh, oh, yeah. I've got a package from the United States finally, and we will open it right now. Just let me take a sip. This is from Becky. Becky's present here right now. Thanks, Becky. So I was waiting for this package for 1 month because she sent it with USPS, which was a huge mistake. And I was so happy that the package had arrived until it doesn't matter. It's the thoughts that matter, you know. And yeah, I was very happy that the package came finally uh, before the lady said that I need to pay $38 to receive the package, because I thought this is a duty, the price of a duty. That's but it's a VAT tax, 23% from the package's worth, and some shipping. I didn't pay for shipping. Well, I almost paid as much as Becky for sending this package to me, so that was a real downer. But anyway, here it is. That's the package. I've got it. This is the first package that I have ever received from the viewer of my channel, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Becky, really. And yeah, it's from Becky Hofbauer from Iowa City, Iowa. And there's this one of my one of my favorite book authors was born in Iowa, but not in Iowa City, but in Des Moines. I was wondering how to pronounce that for a long time. And I'm talking about Bill Bryson. If you haven't read any of his books, I cannot recommend them enough. This is a fantastic author. He retired from writing, but he wrote many, many books. And his last one was, I think, the book about the body. But the best book of Bill Bryson that you can read is... oh yeah, Des Moines. Yeah, it's the greatest. The best book by Bill Bryson that you can read is the short story of almost everything. And it started with Bill going in the plane, and he looked outside the window and realized that he doesn't know shit about anything that he sees out of the window. So he started inquiring about everything, and it's packed with so many incredible stories about how things were measured. For example, so to measure the radius or the circumference of the Earth, I'm not sure which one, but it doesn't matter at this point. You need to wait for the transit of Venus. So the Venus is going through in front of the sun, and if you are in 3 different locations in the world when that's happening, you can calculate you can triangulate and calculate the size of the Earth. So one guy went from Italy to South America, or somewhere far away from Europe to South America, I think. South America. He was a very wealthy merchant and interested in science. And well, he arrived at the destination. There were clouds, so there was no way to see the transit of Venus, and it took a long time to get there because it was a long time ago. And when he came back home many months later, he got a message that his fortune is gone, and he died a poor man without measuring this transit of Venus. So, and this book is packed with stories like that. Maybe not the brightest one, not the most cheerful, but yeah, very interesting. There is also, why do we have the saying, she sells seashells on the seashore, It's about a lady who had a real talent of finding fossils, and yeah, really recommend that. Really fantastic, incredible book. The short story of nearly or almost everything by Bill Bryson. Okay, let's open this package without destroying the what's inside. And without cutting myself in the process. Yeah, it's amazing how people measure stuff. There's one text in there about Lord Cavendish, this Englishman. He was a very strange person. Circumference, okay. So he was a brilliant man, but he was so socially awkward. So when you were in the Royal Society or something in England, and he was present, and you wanted to ask him a question, you needed to ask this question somehow, in the ether, and maybe he'd answer not directly, because he often just ran away because didn't want to interact. Newton was a crazy guy also. It was like he got up one time and thought like, what would happen if I would insert a metal rod into my eyeball? And he went as far as the other side. And yeah, died a virgin, by the way. The Halley from the Halley's Comet came to Newton one time, and oh yeah, that's the Darwin was also an interesting one. Darwin was was traveling on one ship with the other guy, and they were either fighting ferociously with themselves or not talking to themselves at all. And he wrote a monograph on barnacles. And Charles Darwin, mind you, he said that nobody hates barnacles more than I do because of that. Okay, here's the packet. There's something here. With bubble wrap. Fragile, it says. Let's see. Okay. Packed with a string, like in the olden days. This is like Christmas. Oh. It's a cicada. Is it glow in the dark? Let's see. I don't think so. Let's see. I have a lamp here. It is slightly, I think. Is it? I think it is. Okay, GITD cockroach. This is a Halloween decoration I've had for years. The glow is... Okay. I will use that definitely somehow. We'll see. Doesn't smell. Okay. That's all with this. And that was all. No, no, I'm kidding. There's a small package here. What that could be? Oh. Some kind of a brooch? Can you elaborate, Becky? Is this is definitely handmade. Copper mask brooch. Made. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, this must be very valuable for you. I'll put it in a special place here somewhere. So this is it. Let's have a close look. How did you make? How did you manage to make these shapes? Is this like the metal is dripping? I wonder. Oh, copper electroformed. That's interesting. Didn't hear about that. There's a little. I don't know how this is called. So this will have a special place here in my cabinet of curiosities. I don't know yet where because I just unpacked it, but thank you. This must be really valuable for you. So I'm really oh, okay. I'm honored that you gave it to me. Okay, so that's the second one. Second thing. I know about one thing for sure. Okay, this is. You have great taste, it says. Oh, by the way, you see that the picture is still mirrored in the camera because it's downhill from here. Because I could reverse the picture, but it saves the picture in post, and I'm streaming the picture right now, so it's not inverted, and I cannot do anything with that on my mobile phone. So you need to wait when I switch to the computer for the picture to be showed the right way. But this will happen, I think, in the next year. But I have two cameras, so I could go dual cameras then when we'll see. Okay, this was the first thing that you promised to buy to send to me. These are glow in the dark socks. I would need to turn off the second lamp as well. Okay, you need to believe that they are glow in the dark. Okay, thank you. Never never too many socks. You need to charge them. I have a great glow in the dark paint, by the way. It's hard to show that. Okay. This is exciting. We have another pair. Great for Natalie. We'll see. I'll definitely use them in some of my videos. We'll see. I have no idea yet, but time will tell. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. I like this one. This will be great for. This is a back scratcher in the form of this little skeleton hand. I love this. This will be nice for showing things. I will use this when I will go to telescopic back scratcher. Yeah, and with this thing like a pen. This will be great to show things on the gravestones. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. I can adjust my. Okay, there's something else there. Some papers. Oh, there's a cat. Also, a glow in the dark cat. Or is it? I think so. Yeah, it is. But I have this ring light in front of me so you cannot see it glowing. Okay, that's all there is here. And here we have some cards. Some. Okay, this is recycled garbage art cards. Thorn flower arts. Desert sea with ships. Some camels seen from above. And oh, so as you can see, guys, Becky is very gifted in many fields. But where are the ships? It says ships also. Desert sea with ships. And there's a drawing here of a flower. Okay, and these are different ones. Neighborhood, it says. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Here's another one. Heads. It can be viewed from multiple sides. Oh, okay, that's cool. 4-year-old and draw this. Wow. My son has a more expressionist style. Well, this, yeah, it's very good if he draw that as a 4-year-old. Okay, and the last one is City City. Are these LAN ports? No, it looks like from a computer at first glance. Okay, thanks for that. Oh, and there's something here. Is that it? There's one more package. Oh, that's very nice of you. Okay, there's another package here. Ooh, some kind of a material. Whoa. There's there's a skeleton here. There's a little plastic skeleton here. You can sit down. Let me place him here. Okay, and this, some cloth. Did you make that as well? I think so. If I would turn off the ring light, I don't know how it would look. Let's see. Not so better as the ring light stays. Okay, what about these? There's one cloth here. And a few others like this. Did you make these as well? Time is almost. Cloth napkins for. Uh-huh. Okay. Here we have one with elephants on one side. And yeah, and sun and moon. And there's a letter here. Oh, okay. It says Martin, or Nitram, as you can see this. Let's see. I don't have a letter opener. Okay, I will. Oh, there's something else here. This looks like a coin that was run over by a train. I was doing that when I was younger. It's definitely a coin. Can you explain? Did you put that on a train tracks? Let's read the letter. Dear Martin, I just found your email with your P.O. box and am rushing to take these things to my mailbox store. I had added a few things to the socks and now here added a few things that I have made over the years. Cloth napkins to use at the table to save trees from paper ones. The pocket art disc because it looks like a planet. That's this one. It kind of does a little bit. I wonder if it still is a crime. The copper brooch because I thought you'd like it. I love it. Inspired by African masks from my art student days. A glow-in-the-dark cockroach because it's fun. An expendable back scratcher for Halloween. Oh, I didn't make those last two. I'm out of time, but hope you like your stuff. Happy Halloween, Becky. That change into Merry Christmas, but thank you very much. This was very nice of you, and I really appreciate it. It took a long time to get it, and it cost a little bit, but worry not. I really appreciate your kindness. Now this is a desk lamp here with the Can you see that? I cannot see anything. It was supposed to be helpful with sculpting. What? Oh no! The skeleton has lost its. Oh, okay. The leg had broken off. We'll see. I will use this somehow. I don't have any ideas yet. You killed, committed suicide. Okay, I have we ran out of time, as you can see, so I'm just going to read you something very quickly, and then we will end on that note, because I want to get back to my lovely wife. I wanted to show you these things here. These are Okay, let's take a minute to show them. These are you have 108 tattoos. Oh, okay, I don't have. This is a mummy finger. That's the first iteration of it. And yeah, this was supposed to be a bone. It's hollow inside. And this is made out of a potato. I wanted to see if I can make a realistically looking finger from a potato. And this is the first one. It was hollowed out, and I used a stick to make a kind of a bone. Here's the second one without a stick. I really like this part here, but it is too wrinkly. You need to have some kind of a hard core inside to prevent it warping like this. There's a fingernail here. This is just a potato. That's the potato skin, but it is too flat. Yeah, it's so rare this times to a traditional letter. I really like this here. I have others, but the time didn't. Oh, this one is. This was supposed to be a tattoo. Like they find these bog bodies. So this is an angel and devil tattoo and a snake on this side. The inside is plaster. I just used a normal potato that was in the kitchen. I didn't think much about it. The inside is made from plaster, and the potato was hollowed out too much, and it resulted in the skin crumbling, so it doesn't look as good as it looked before. The fingernail looks bad. It's too much. It's too much convex here. It should be hidden. But yeah, it was a. Oh, and this here is a chicken wing bone, and it looks very similar to our finger bones here. It's yeah. I made the video about this, and you can scroll down my channel and find it, in which I'm making this this finger. I think it was this one that I was making on video on the camera here, and it also crumbled because, as I said, I just hollowed out this the potato too much and didn't leave enough material outside. So I would like to remake these one more time, and in fact I would like to make a marionette out of potatoes. So I will make separate segments because I'm really into marionettes now. And yeah, it looks like grandpa fingernail. It was yeah, it's like with fungal infection. And this is the last one here. Oh yeah, this is the one from the video. Sorry, this one looks the best, I think. The finger is from, but it cracked as well. The name of the video. Oh yeah, there is this club fingers or club fingernails, something like that. The name of this video is fake Mummy finger from a real potato or something like that. You'll find it easily. Yeah. It was better when it was more fresh, but you'll see it on the video. It's a short video, short and sweet. Okay. About wax dolls, I have this book here. It's the same that I showed you last time. It's the Malleus Maleficarum. I said that the Pope was the Septus, but it was Octus because he was Innocent eighth, the eighth, and not the seventh. But yeah, that's not really important. I'll read you a few words about it. It's a very interesting fragment here, and we'll end this whole thing. Okay. Okay. In England, in the year 1324, 1324, no less than 27 defendants were tried at the King's Bench for plotting against and endeavouring to kill Edward II, together with many prominent courtiers and officials, by the practice of magical arts. A number of wealthy citizens of Coventry, I've been in Coventry, I think the Tolkien grave is in Coventry. He has a very modest grave with his wife as well, in the same grave. And it says Luthien and Beren in Elvish. And they are such ghastly, garish, kitsch graves all around him. It's interesting sight. Okay, anyway, a number of wealthy citizens of Coventry had hired a famous negromancer, John of Nottingham, to slay not only the king, but also the royal favourite, Hugh the Despenser, and his father, the prior of Coventry, the monastic steward, the manciple, and a number of other important personages. A secluded old manor house, some 2 or 3 miles out of Coventry, was put at the disposal of Master John of Nottingham, and there he and his servant, Robert Marshall, promptly commenced business. They went to work in the bad old-fashioned way by modeling wax dolls or momets of those whom they wished to destroy. And there's a note here that says, this is certainly one of the oldest and most universal of spells. To effect the death of a man, or to injure him by making an image in his likeness and mutilating or destroying this image, is a practice found throughout the whole wide world from its earliest years. So it's not only a so-called voodoo doll as we know it. It is common both in Babylon and in the Egypt of the pharaohs, when magicians needed puppets of clay or pitch moistened with honey. If it were possible to mingle therewith a drop of a man's blood, the parings of his nails, a few hairs from his body, a thread or two from his garments, it gave the warlock the greater power over him. In ancient Greece and Rome, precisely the same ideas prevailed, and allusions may be found in Theocritus, Virgil, and Ovid, and many more. We find this charm among the Ojibwe Indians, the Kora Indians of Mexico, the Malays, the Chinese and Japanese, the Aborigines throughout Australia, the Hindus, both in ancient India and at the present day, the Burmese, many Arab tribes of northern Africa, in Turkey, in Italy, and the remoter villages of France, in Ireland and Scotland. Nor is it in one shape and form or another yet unknown in the country districts of England. So this wax doll was very popular all around the world. So you make a wax doll or a clay or a clay doll in the likeness of someone, with the intention of being like someone. I think that's the most important thing. And the more personal things or body fluids or anything from the body you have, the more powerful the doll. So John of Coventry and Robert Marshall, his servant, were sitting in this manor and plotting how to kill King Charles Edward, sorry, the second, with this doll. Long pins were thrust through the figures, and they were slowly melted before a fire. The first unfortunate upon whom this experiment was tried, Richard the Sow, S-O-W-E, a prominent courtier and close friend of the king, was suddenly taken with agonizing pains, and when Marshall visited the house, as if casually, in order that he might report the results of this sympathetic sorcery to the wizard, he found the hapless victim in a height delirium. When this state of things was promptly conveyed to him, Master John struck a pin through the heart of the image, and in the morning the news reached them that the soul has breathed his last. Marshall, who was by now in an extremity of terror, betook himself to a justice and laid bare all that was happening and had happened, with the immediate result that Master John and the gang of conspirators were arrested. So he, seeing that the doll had worked, and immediately ratted the John of Nottingham out. So that's it. If it works really, I think people are doing such things in the present day as well, because this is a tale as old as time, but I wouldn't want to be a subject of that. Hello, Timothy, at the last second. So yeah, pay note, kids, don't be smoking dodgy mushrooms. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Join me next week. I hope that you have a great week next week, and or a great day if you're in Australia and New Zealand, because the day is just starting. And yeah, thanks for watching. Recommend my channel. Check out my Patreon. There's if you don't want to join, that's fine. I'm not forcing anyone, obviously. That would be very nice. But I mean, not forcing would be very nice. But there's one story about my first day at job that you can read. It's available for free, so you can see what I'm talking about here. And yeah, I'll keep doing stuff. I'll try not to be as depressed. And yeah, there's so much to show and to create. So I'll try doing just that. Okay. So once again, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye, everyone.